Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be back with another young Indian, smiling face, part of the Voice of the Young series. Today we have with us Madhur Khandelwal. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Madhur.
Thank you, both sir, for this opportunity, first of all. And I will take this platform to tell you my story and how from a very gritty and unfocused kid, I went on to clear one of the most India's most competitive and toughest exams, Chartered Accountancy. Currently, I'm in CA finals. I am pursuing articleship at BDO India LLP Gurgaon in statutory audit. Circle this back to 2017. I was in ninth standard and I was the scapegoat of the class. You might find it very weird, but I was the scapegoat. Was the person who used to get picked on a lot by everybody. I was new to the school, new to the environment. So it was very much understandable and the peak teenage years. So prompts, I didn't really study much because if you're getting picked on a lot, your mental health very much deteriorates to a very new lows every day. So that is where the journey began. When the results came out of class 9, I ended up scoring a 35 on 100 in mathematics. Basically, the teacher just said, "You go, yaar." You can't. I still remember crying PTM में कि यार I could not score. I was a very unfocused, gritty. Then came class 10 where I chose that I'll change the path that I've walked. I started hanging out with different people, had different experiences. And one of the very integral parts of this class 10 journey that I would like to add is my mentor, Mr. Shubhanu Chakraborty. He was undergoing his master's recently from IIT Delhi, and he is a very important character in my life. He taught me life more than he taught me mathematics for the next 3 years straight. To the point that from scoring 35 in class 9, I ended up scoring 95 in class 10. And 1 mark was deducted by my school, and I attempted around 76 marks. So basically, whatever I wrote was 100% correct. That was the beauty that he showed me of mathematics. Because obviously, the person who's scoring 35 is not really interested in mathematics. So that is where it all began. He gained so much importance in my mind that even today, if I have to take a very major life decision, after consulting my family, I consult him for a third person overview ki yaar, is this the right thing I'm doing? He also made sure I did all right in every aspect. Then came class 11th, where we had to choose streams and everything. As I scored pretty decent score in class 10th, I chose commerce and maths. I was highly capable of science. I had a very keen interest in physics and chemistry, hated biology for some reason. So chose commerce and maths because it pretty much aligned with what I wanted. Was something all Marwadi kids do. So chose commerce with mathematics. Of course, I asked him, ki, sir, what shall be done? And he was the one who said, nahi yaar, you go for commerce and maths. Started studying accountancy, business studies, economics, developed a very keen interest in economics and accountancy, started studying further and further. And the journey of starting the CA course is a very interesting one. I never wanted to be a CA. I found CAs initially very boring people who just talk about tax, just talk about government, budgets, everything. I've never found it very interesting. I always wanted to be a criminal lawyer, the devil's advocate. I I had no intentions of, uh, you know, playing it for the people. I wanted to play it for the corporates. I've always wanted to be that devil's advocate. this is something very different and unique that I wanted to, because people always want to make an impact. We should enhance humanity, we should do this, we should do that. I never had that overview. I always wanted to represent corporates because we think corporates are always doing bad for the people. But if you look at core capitalism, it is just saving yourself first. We can bash corporates all we want, but at the end of the day, it's about business. It's about making money. If you do not make money out of it, no humanity can be saved or anything can be done. People are provided livelihood and everything. That is my take. You can have a different overview on this. Of course, I do not endorse any unethical behavior. So I always wanted to be a devil's advocate, but life had different plans for me. Place I was studying accountancy from, he one day asked me, Madhur, 12th के बाद क्या करना है? I was very good at accountancy. So I said, sir, CA करनी है. And he just stood there and laughed for 2 minutes straight on my face. This is a true story. And I was just sitting there thinking all my life decisions. Where did I go wrong? Did Is there a preliminary requirement that I have to pass to give the CA exam? Like, do I have to act a certain way? Do I have to behave in a certain way? Or do I have to know certain people to do this? So that got on my ego that I'll have to clear this exams. 12th came, COVID, and the COVID batch. So had been studying accountancy for the whole year, and I was very excited for the boards. Unfortunately, that was not the case with majority of the people, and the boards didn't happen anyways. But I undertook the CA foundation exam in January 2021. I graduated in January 2021. I graduated in 2021 only, but I undertook the CA coaching before I even passed my class 12th exams. And the result of class 12th exams came when I had the fourth paper of CA foundation exam. The results came out at 2 p.m. and I had my exam starting at 2 p.m. It was a very weird feeling that yeah, I can't check my result. I have a very nervous breakdown while giving one of India's most toughest exams. But everything went smooth and I passed in my very first attempt. Passing CA foundation, people consider it to be a very big step because it's CA exams. But to us who have been studying for a while, who did study in COVID, it was not that big of a deal for me. The passing CA foundation, it's anyway, my result was around 30% people have passed CA foundation exam. I was very happy, got into inter. Again, intermediate is a whole different level because CA foundation consists of the things you have studied in your class 11, 12 with some new topics. We had studied elasticity of demand, supply, production function, cost function, things like that. But CA Inter comes with altogether different things. Forex. I never studied Forex in my life. That is where things got very challenging. Started studying. I had my classes from morning 8 to evening 6 straight. And personally, I don't regret any of it because that taught me the value of patience, resilience. You have to sit there on a desk for 12 hours because you have to include travel, you have expenses, you have a very fixed income coming from parents who are just giving you pocket money to travel. You have to maintain relations, you have to make networks alongside because CA fraternity works on networks. I am an audit professional. I might not know much about tax than a tax professional. But if you come to me that Madhur, yaar, I need help with this particular tax thing, Is it ethical that I say no to you? I will help you, but I will be giving it out, outsourcing it to someone else who knows better than me. That is the beauty of CA profession, that everything is connected and everything works on networks. So interest started, and I was studied for both groups. There are two groups in CA intermediate exams, 8 papers back in my day. Now there are 6 papers. Alongside, I joined Delhi University, Zakir Hussain College. And that too, I got on the fourth cutoff because the cutoffs were so high. Despite scoring 95% plus in the best of best fours, I still had to wait for fourth cutoff, and that is when I joined my college. COVID was ending, campuses were opening, so we were pretty excited that we'll have to have the chance to go to college. But that thing that I could not be a lawyer had a very bad impact here. I cannot focus because that was still running around, revolving here. I could have done this. I could have had a full-fledged campus. I could have been learning the things that I always wanted to. So I gave CLAT alongside CA Intermediate and Delhi University. That is a lot of pressure because I have a very poor GK, and CLAT exam consists of a very significant amount of GK, 35 marks out of 150, and that is either you know it or you're not. That and there is negative marking. You can't just attempt anything on the hope of it ki yaar, chal, it might be correct. Gave CLAT and failed miserably. Got an all India rank of 45 to 4500 to 5000. And the maximum intake in an NLU is 1500 to 2000. So even if half of the kids got out, I might have, I then might have a 1 to 2% chance of getting in. Gave ALET as well, got a 7000 rank. They take 50 candidates. I don't think I would have gotten in anyways. So with my sheer motivation, I gave CLAT again by taking a break from C intermediate because I passed in July 2021. I could have given my attempt in July 2022, May, June, July. And after 9 months of study, I could have given my C intermediate. But I said, no, I wanted to wait for a whole year, enjoy my college life. Some some people told me first year is the only year that you'll have fun. Second year, so you'll get very busy. Everybody wants to enjoy that Delhi life. It is nothing more than people going into fest, climbing walls to get into fest, doing joining random societies, which never made any sense to me at least. Because if something is not adding value to me, I'm not learning anything new, then I don't see the point of going there, you know, taking my time out for that when I could do something which really adds value to me. So gave CLAT again. This time you must be expecting a better rank. No, it didn't go well. I ended up getting a 7000 rank in CLAT. So, exactly, that was a lot. And the CLAT exam fees was 4000 just to give the exam. So it was not that big of a problem financially, but the time it took to get there, studying everything all over again alongside CA intermediate and everything, managing everything with you, really was a lot. So ended up quitting CLAT and everything. But I made my peace as C intermediate has a subject called law, corporate law. Gave it my everything because that was the best I could make out of that situation. Studied very hard and gave my C intermediate exams, Group 1 in May 2023. Passed it with flying colors, started preparing for Group 2 And the bad part was I was doing self-study for Group 2. I was doing self-study for one of India's most toughest examinations. So I was studying for 14, 16 hours a day because I had only 6 months to cover the syllabus, to revise, give mock tests, and have a decent CGPA at DU. So I was studying 16 hours a day, left, sacrificed everything. Parties, phones, friends, eating out because you have to maintain a healthy diet so you don't get sick during exams. So give it everything, and it is said ki if you give it all, the world will also give it to you. CA intermediate exams is are 4 exams consisting of 100 marks each, and you have to get 40% in each subject minimum and 50% in aggregate. Basically, out of 400 marks, I have to get 40 in every subject and 50% means 200 in total. And the lady luck smiled on me, and I ended up scoring exactly 200. And my parents went, "You didn't even study for 1 mark more." That you could, because I felt this was something that was made for me. You can't just get 200. I had friends who ended up failing at 199. When I got the marks out, I got, I saw that I have been allotted some grace marks as well. I got 199 and they pushed me. You go 200. That is also a very case with ICI. It is, it has been that way alongside. After trying for articleship, I realized life is not a fair place. People who have networks will go to their networks to get their child in the best of the best they can. So, an articleship is a race for that. There are aspirants everywhere, including people with an all India rank. There are not that vacancies, not that much vacancies. By the time I gave group 2, I realized I do not have that much interest in auditing. You might find it very ironical given that I am doing statutory audit. So I sent around 150 to 200 emails a day just to get to an interview. Zero conversions. That is the level of competition we had. I ended up joining a small firm where the firm was absolutely, you cannot even imagine the level they were operating on. I learned so many things in those 3 months that I cannot even imagine. I met multiple directors of multiple companies operating. I met directors of NGOs operating. I met people who are working at various MNCs. I cannot disclose because confidentiality I have to maintain. Big time people. And that was a very big exposure that I got. But I had to part ways because I was gonna join BDO. BDO has been very kind to me. I have met amazing colleagues, amazing seniors. So I have been learning very new things. What I thought it was not my thing. Now I slowly realize maybe it is the right way forward. Maybe life comes with unexpected turns. Maybe this is what I wanted to do, but I didn't touch that stone. So how would I know what is beneath it? That is how it has been.
Have you graduated from college?
That is another fun story.
Yeah, you seem not to talk about your college.
I didn't see Delhi University is didn't had very strict criteria for attendance, at least for me.
Yes, I know.
So I didn't go much. I was the person whom people knew as अच्छा ये exams देने आता है. My attendance was 9 days in a year,
Yeah,
twice a year, when
yeah,
I had to go for exams.
yeah.
That with a very, very ugly face. कि यार, I have to come all the way from Noida to Delhi. So college was pretty much decent. I didn't even really go home. I didn't make any new friends or anything. Didn't join any society. So it was pretty much basic. But one thing college taught me was not everybody is your friend.
Hmm.
That is something that I really admire about my college, because the groups that were made in first year have a very slow lifespan, very shallow lifespan.
Hmm.
But that is something that needs to be learned. You can't just go ahead into the corporate world. Everybody is going to be all, friendly to you.
Hmm.
Nobody is going to be friendly to you.
Hmm.
People are just friendly to you because they have work.
Yeah.
They have unsatisfied things that
Hmm.
are going to go through you.
Hmm.
And you can call me. I I passed my CA intermediate exams in November 23, second group.
Yeah.
And I had my college exams in January.
Yeah.
One of the papers in CA intermediate group 2 is financial management,
Yeah.
which I studied and had a very firm grip on it. Now that I've studied CFA as well, I have a very firm grip on the subjects that I've taught in financial management. I gave my college exams. You'll see, I have cleared CA intermediate, but I failed in Bcom exams. Sixth semester, I failed in financial management. I have no idea how. Because someone who has studied financial management of CA level, I don't think he can fail at a BCom level.
No.
But that did happen. So technically, I have not graduated college,
Okay.
but I have passed my exams. So it has been great.
So, do you have a degree or not? That's the question.
No.
Do you want to get a degree or what? What is
Yeah,
your
I'll
idea?
get the degree.
You'll get the degree.
I will get that degree. I mean,
Yeah.
for one paper, I don't see any point why should I not get
Yeah.
that degree?
Yeah. You should.
It is the only praman patra I have that I went to Delhi University.
No, no, you should get a degree. It's irrelevant, but actually, it is sort of a requirement. And so,
CA
get
pass, BCom fail.
yeah, 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 get the degree. Okay, but uh, so you've been through so many different aspects of life, as you said. So, what advice do you have for young people? What tips do you have for young people?
What advice? Someone who is related to my field is, I would say, do not lose hope,
Yeah.
because this field does not have a college. You don't have that many peers. You might be self-studying, isolated in a room. If you're isolated in a room for 18 hours a day, your mental health will deteriorate.
Yes.
But that is the hope I have for that is the advice I have for all the juniors who are pursuing chartered accountancy or are going to pursue chartered accountancy. Have hope.
Hmm.
You're not alone.
Hmm.
Talk to someone who is of the same field.
Hmm.
Because if you do not, you will find so many struggles. Every day is going to be a struggle because you have no one to talk to.
Hmm.
You might all see all these flashy companies, flashy logos. I am this, I am that, I am that, I am that, I've achieved this, I've achieved. And there you are stuck, studying, multiple attempts. That is where you have to keep your cool, have your patience, and have hope, because it will pass. That this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Secondly, have faith in your seniors. Not everybody is going to be a shark and is not going to eat you alive. You'll have to put some faith in people. I'm not saying you have to put on a blind faith. You have, you have to have some faith in people that no, this is not going to hurt me. This is what I have for you today. Madhur sir, over to you.
Okay. Oh, no. Okay. So it's very, very powerful and very interesting. So, what is your own future, you think?
My own future. Honestly, now that I'm in auditing and I have some experience of tax and litigations as well, I will be seeing after my CA final exams that which way I want to go forward with. I can go into tax litigations because as I wanted to be the devil's advocate, I can be the people's advocate against the government. Or I can get into investment banking or private equity. That is also what legal basically more or less I wanted to be want to be in a fin legal field,
Hmm.
not specifically used to finance or not limited to legal.
Hmm.
So I might just go into tax litigations.
Hmm.
You might see me in the next 20 years.
All right. Okay. You sound optimistic.
I've always been optimistic. This field requires optimism, sir.
All right. Wonderful. Okay. Because you have to try so hard. It's the CFA is from the USA, right? So have you finished
I
it all,
am
or is this still something take some more?
I am I'm starting with my CFA preparations.
Yeah.
I gave my CFA exams back in November 24,
Yeah.
but I took it very lightly as I thought I have passed the CA intermediate. I'll pass it with flying colors. Ended up
Yes.
failing with 2, 3 points. So
Yeah.
I'll have to put in a lot more work for it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So this is what I'll do.
Okay. All right. Wonderful to hear such optimism that failure is only the next step to success, right? Okay. So do it right.
Failure,
All right.
best part about failure is it teaches you more than any possible success could.
Yeah.
It teaches you life. It teaches you how people react to you. When I was winning, I had people all around me cheering, yes, Madhur, you can do this, you can do that, ye kar lo, wo kar lo, whatever it was. Once I failed my CFA exams, I don't see those people consoling me, ki Madhur, it's okay.
Hmm.
And that is how life is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And now my last thing. Any final thoughts?
Hmm. We should always have faith and optimism by our side, irrespective of how bad the situation is.
Hmm.
Nothing ever is going to be 100% black or white.
Mhm.
Anything that you do has an opportunity cost. I might be doing CFA but that comes at the cost of my CA final. Everything has an opportunity cost. You might not see it today, you might not see it afterwards, but you could have done anything with your time. Time is the biggest opportunity cost because once you lose it, it is not going to come back.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Madhur. It's a pleasure to listen to people who know when they've failed and when they've succeeded and can still smile. Can still smile. All right, good. Let's end it here. I'll be back with another young person or an expert. Don't go away. I want to talk to you. Bye, everybody.